Okay, what is Utoken? Why have I been posting so much about it on Facebook? Why am I spamming my utokenNZ.com website? We're about to find out why. Utoken is the next global digital currency. It is being used all over Asia, all over the world. It's just started coming into the Western world. You can use it in retail stores. Some retail stores are accepting it in Australia. We are in the works of getting places to accept it in New Zealand. It's happening. It's going to be there. Um, there are over 350,000 people who use Utoken at the moment in 84 countries, and there are about 2 billion Utokens in circulation being used every day. You can use Utoken online at ubtmall.com. That's ubtmall.com. Just pretty much like online Trade Me. It's like eBay Trade Me, but for Utoken only. This is the good stuff. So Utoken, if you had bought $1,000 of Utoken in January 2015, then 2014, then you would have $24,000 right now. That's with not adding any extra money into Utoken, just buying a grand, letting it sit there and waiting. No other financial institute came close to this last year. No one, period, could give you that return on your money. People do not invest anymore. It's a very rare. Our grandparents' generation used to invest. I remember my grandparents talking about investing in the companies that they worked for, like Blue Star. My granddad was a taxi driver. People have lost faith in the economy, probably due to the last two economy crashes, 2008, that left a lot of people broke. There's a few reasons why this cannot happen for Utoken, why Utoken economy is not 100%, but why there's really good safety measures put in place to stop the economy from crashing within Utoken. This is the Utoken growth chart since 2014 to today, the 26th of March 2015. It has only gone up in value since it started. You can see these two drops here. I'll explain those later. They are not drops in value per se. They are splits. This is a marketing strategy used to keep a price low and affordable. So you can see here it started off at about 13 cents. It raised to 44.4 cents. And then they did what we call a 2-to-1 split and dropped it to about 28 cents. So what they did was they gave you double your Utoken. So if you had $1,000 of Utoken, or 1,000 Utokens, let's say you had 1,000 Utokens, they cut it in half. They cut the price in half, but they gave you double the amount of Utoken, so you still had the same value. Utoken increased all the way until November when it reached $1, and then they gave you a 10-to-1 split. So if you had $1,000 of Utoken, then they gave you 10 times the Utokens you had, but you still had $1,000 of Utoken. And it's been steadily increasing ever since till today, where it's at 17 cents. Utoken is backed by 22% reserve, so this is probably one of the most important things about Utoken and what separates it from any other digital currency. Every currency in the world, whether it's US dollar, British pound, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, anything, has to be backed by solid investment, solid gold. It has to be backed by pure value. New Zealand has about 3.2% backed by pure value. Utoken, every Utoken you buy, 22% of its value is being invested in mining, in gold, and real estate, and solid, proven investments that stand the test of time. You can treat Utoken as passive or active income. I'm not going to talk about active income in this video. I'm going to make a whole other video about it, but there's a lot of people making a lot of money out there using Utoken, and I am going to be one of them. The passive income is pretty much meaning, say you buy $1,000 of Utoken, you let it appreciate for a year, it reaches $6,000 in value, and now you sell it on, and you've made passive passive investment growth, which is what we want. It's potentially safer than most other investments for a few reasons. One, we have the 22% backed by reserve. This means it's very less likely that the economy can crash because so much of its value is invested in other things. The other two reasons are you can only withdraw 70% of the money you make through Utoken in one go, and you cannot withdraw your initial investment for a set period of time. So before people go, oh no, I can't withdraw it just straight away as I buy it. This is to stop speculation, which is what people like foreign exchange work on, where they buy at something, wait for it to increase in value the slightest bit, and then sell it on. That's not what Utoken wants. They want to increase the value steadily for a long time. So the fact that you can't withdraw your initial investment straight away and you can only withdraw 70% of the money you made in one go means that people can't go, okay, I'm going to sell all of my 1 billion Utokens right now, and suddenly the value drops from 17 cents to 2 cents. We don't want that. We want our value to keep going up. So it's not for speculation. It's designed to put money in, let it appreciate over time, and then sell it later and make a return on your investment. Utoken is fully insured by Grade A insurance company. Another reason why it's much less likely for anything to crash. So, yeah. Another reason why Utoken is a lot better for, well, potentially better for a return is, say you put your money in a term deposit. I know a lot of banks in New Zealand offer 4.75% return if you invest for 10 years. It's much closer to 1 to 3% actually of a return. You see the return in your account, you see your term deposit increasing in value, you see that interest, it looks lovely, and then you get taxed 33% on it, and then you get charged a holding fee, you get charged a withdrawal fee, and you end up making only 2% of your return, which over 50 years could be hundreds of thousands of dollars difference. So we don't want that. What we want is to be putting money in, making money, and also the ability to use our Utokens as a form of currency. So if you go overseas, you can say, okay, I'm going to use Utoken to buy something today. I have plenty of Utoken. You don't need to worry about currency conversion. You don't need to go and change your money at the right time when it's the lowest. You don't need to worry about any of the stuff because Utokens are set amount of Utokens everywhere. You can already go into Thailand and stay in a hotel, ride on a elephant, do lots of tourism things with Utoken as we speak, and we want this in New Zealand. We want this in all the Western countries because, one, it means our Utoken increases in value, and two, it means that it's a lot more easier for you to use your Utokens, use your currency. This is just a little chart that explains the differences between Bitcoin and Utoken and why Utoken, in my opinion, is far superior. Bitcoin has no management, never had any management. Bitcoin was mined from people's computers and then left to its own devices to do what it does with its value, which is why it started off as a dollar for 1,300 of them, and then went to $1,200 for one of them. I mean, it would have been beautiful if I had bought Bitcoin then, and $26 worth, and then sold them for $800,000 worth US. That would be lovely, but too flippant, too up, too down. You want steady appreciation. So Utoken has offices everywhere. Speaking of which, Danielle from the New Zealand team, he is in Indonesia, or on the plane to Indonesia right now. He left today, 26th of March 2015, to see the new office opening there, and also attend some seminars, Utoken, where they're going, what they're going to be doing. There's talks in the works of them bringing out a debit card, and they're working really, really hard for that. So that's going to be awesome. You cannot use Bitcoin, and you can't use it on TradeMe, you can't use it on eBay. Utoken has a whole website, ubtmall.com international, where you can spend your Utokens or sell products for Utokens, which if you have a look in New Zealand, there's one business that's accepting it, car transportation, and there's also some other stuff being sold on there. You can also use it offline, so retail stores accepting Utoken as a form of currency. One in Australia has started accepting it as a form of currency. This is big because they're our neighbours, so that means we will be next. No network, no marketing strategy for Bitcoin at all, which is why it took so long to explode. Let me just get back into that. Utoken are using many different marketing strategies, which we're going to talk about in another video, but what it means is that more people interested, more Utoken growth. We've talked about the growth. It's actually closer to 2,400% within 15 months. There was no growth in the first year of Bitcoin at all. and this is what we talk about. This is the reserve, real estate, online, gold, e-commerce. So the two biggest trends right now, e-commerce and digital currency. Utoken is both, which is why we believe it's going to be huge. We'll have a look at Ufun's website, one of the companies behind Utoken. This is Indonesia. This is where Danielle is today for the next office opening. You can go to this website yourself, ufuninc.com. You can see about the company's philosophies, the products. They are bringing out shares later this year, pre-IPO shares for people who are part of Utoken. Just to give you an idea, what that means is people who bought pre-IPO shares of Alibaba, a lot of them became millionaires straight away when the company went public. So when Utoken goes public, I want to be there for that. I know most of the people I know who are invested in Utoken want to be there for that. It's good. If you want to know some more information about Utoken other than what's in this video, or how to buy Utoken, you can come to utokenNZ.com. This is mine and Danielle's website. We have a lot of information on here. You can find out what is Utoken, why Utoken, the investment opportunity that Utoken is. You can contact us. We've got our contact details here. So depending how you got to this, if you know Danielle, if you know myself, contact the person if you don't know anything else about it. I'm going to log into Utoken right now just so you can see that I am a part of this. And 1 second. Okay, so you can see I have several thousand of my own dollars invested at present in Utoken. I am going to be putting more in here. I have 15,953 Utokens, so when the price reaches $1 and they do the next 10-to-1 split, I'll have $16,000 worth, and then I will have a lot more tokens. So what they're hoping for is that it can reach the dollar twice before they go public. So that means they will bring it to the dollar, do a 10-to-1 split, so leaving me with 150,000 Utokens, and one more time before they go public. If that happens, that's good for me, good for everybody. I hope I can see myself and my friends benefiting from this. This reserve value here is the money I have put in to Utoken without making a profit. This is 2 weeks profit, so $60 in 2 weeks for nothing, just pure appreciation of Utoken. Here we can see everything about Utoken, the history, when it goes up in price, how many have been bought, how many need to be bought before it can go up in value again. This is the chart here, so it went up yesterday in value, 24 to 25th. This is where you want to create an account. Like I say, if you want to know how to do it, contact me, contact Danielle, and we'll be happy to help. You can buy Utokens, let them appreciate, or you can actively participate, which we will talk about in another video if you would like to see it. Just check out the other videos that we have uploaded. I hope this lets you guys know a lot about Utoken, why we're so excited about it. The excitement's just catching on for everybody. I don't want to miss out on the next digital currency boom. I don't want my family and my friends to miss out on it. So I'm getting as much people invested in it as possible. I mean, even if there's people chucking in $500 and then just forgetting about it, they can leave it sit there for a year and then come back and take the value that they have gained over that time. You don't need to do anything, but you can, if you want to, you can actively participate with us and make money too, extra on top of that. Contact us if you want to know any more information.